Hi, I'm Paul Chartier. This is Heart of Gold. We've got great friends on from Junior Achievement, Lynn Hudgins.
Hi there, Paul.
Good to see you again.
Nice to see you.
And Shea from the Lexington Legends.
Thanks for having us.
Big year, huh?
It was amazing. As always, it flew by, but you know, hosting the All-Star Game as well as Red, White, and Boom and so many other events at the ballpark for the city. I mean, there were thousands on thousands of people that came in for that Red, White, and Boom concert. I mean, it was an amazing look for Lexington.
Well, you're doing a great job there.
Thank you.
And to be as involved as you are outside of JA, congratulations for what you do there and helping out JA.
Thank you. I love it. And
I know you do.
Honestly, JA was the first one, too. So I mean, that's always near and dear to me.
Lynn, there's a lot going on with JA.
That's right. That's right.
Tell people where you are right now and about what's going to happen, because it's exciting what's happening.
Where we are right now is about 3 months away after a 4-year project, I guess, trip to opening JA BizTown, JA Finance Park. And so we'll open for pilot schools, or for schools who have actually done it before. They've gone to Louisville, so they've actually done the program. And then they were good enough to be our kind of guinea pigs, quite frankly. And they'll do that right the last week before Christmas. And then we'll open for everybody in January.
4 years ago, what was the idea and how will it be implemented in 3 months and then in a year?
Okay. 4 years ago, and Andy was right there along with us, we visited, there's the closest one in Louisville. We actually, as a board, went to their board meeting at 8 o'clock in the morning in November, and that way our board members could see it. We had a board chair at the time, Ed Staten. Ed had an office, he worked for LG and EKU, so he had an office not only in Lexington, but in Louisville as well. So he saw the power of having the kids go through an experience like that. And he's like, you know what, there is no way that Louisville can have one of those and Lexington can't.
Wow. So what does it look like and what does it do?
Well, what it is, it's basically a small town. And so it's got 16 storefronts. It includes a city hall. It's got a bank. It has a restaurant, has a TV station. It has actually 2 kind of med centers, hospital. It's got the University of Kentucky. It's got the utility office with LG&E. And basically the kids will work in those businesses the day they come.
It's like a little city.
Yeah.
And where is it located?
It's located at Lindley Elementary, which is almost to the Scott County line. And so we're building out in Georgetown Road, and we're building out, utilizing the gym area for actual BizTown, and building out about 12,000 square feet.
And the funding came from where?
Funding came from just individuals and corporations. This man jumped on board early as a member of our board. Our board was the first people to do any kind of funding. Then we did other friends. Then we branched out into, you know, we knew we needed a bank, so we talked to Mr. Fork at Fork Bank. We knew we needed a restaurant. Chick-fil-A has been in JA BizTowns and JA Finance Parks around the country. Ed's with LG and EKU at the time. He got them involved. Dr. Karf at UK Healthcare, he was our second storefront 3.5 years ago. So Keeneland has been on board with us for at least 2 years now. So it's just been a long process, but it's just been very diligent along the way.
And you've not given up.
No, we have not given up.
And Andy, you don't have any kids, but you have little brothers.
Yep.
What has touched you about JA to think that this is where you want to spend a lot of your free time volunteering?
Well, it's amazing because I do have the 5 little brothers that started through Big Brothers Big Sisters, and when I see their home environment, when I see where they're from and everything, everyone there, let alone everyone in every neighborhood, could benefit so much from the JA mission and the JA message, which is real life finances and real life how you manage your money and what's the difference between credit and debit. What's the difference between when Lynn talking about, I always laugh, when you're talking about the storefronts, they get their little cards that show them what they make, gross and net. Little difference there. That's a real life one for you.
Those darn taxes.
Yeah, exactly. So that's a real life one that they learn right there when they're at that age. And that type of stuff is truly invaluable. So being around it and being able to be a part of it, being able to see the kids, again, in all neighborhoods, all in central, eastern, southeastern Kentucky, learning these just invaluable life lessons is really special.
Lynn, are the kids, how do the kids get there, and how widespread can you have the number of schools, because you've only got one facility?
We've got one facility. Well, actually, the map itself will encompasses about 44 school districts, so throughout about 25 to 30 counties. So counties from as far away, I mean, they can come as far away as Pike County, even though it's 2 hours away. You know, if they want to get on the bus and come, because before coming, they have about 11 hours in the classroom just to get them prepared for the day. So really, they'll schedule their day. We'll make sure they get the curriculum that the teacher needs to go over with them prior to their day coming. And when they get there, they know what job they have. So the kids are prepared. They know what job they have. They know really what they're supposed to do. And they're there in the facility about 4.5 hours. And
they're in the storefronts working.
Right.
And then you've got other students that are the patrons and customers?
No, actually it's all the fifth graders. It's all fifth graders from the surrounding area who will visit J. Biztown. Like you'd have all the fifth graders from Arlington Elementary. So they all come. Every fifth grader there has a job. And so they're all working, or they may be the mayor or a policeman or something like that. So they're all working. But like the utility, they'll go around and check everybody's meter. You know, you'll have
networking with each other.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. You know, going to the bank and getting a small business loan. You know, you've done something to your collarbone. You got to go to the healthcare center and see what's going on.
How are you reaching out? Do you need volunteers? And if you do, how are you going to reach out to get them? Well,
I mean, we always need volunteers because we'll still continue to do the classroom part that we've always done. So we'll continue to need volunteers. Now, the thing with J.A. Biztown, J.A. Finance Park is that for the most part, the parents, the kids will actually be kind of the volunteers within. We'll have part-time people who work for Junior Achievement who are called team leaders. But then when they can, parents will come with their kids. And so you might have, for 16 storefronts, maybe you need 2 parents a storefront or something like that. And there's going to be schools who that's not going to happen. You know, parents aren't able to go with their child and visit them. That's when, you know, board members may step in, or we may have some of our storefront partners want to step in and do it.
Andy, as a board member, you've been a board member for how many years?
8.
Yeah.
How much longer, and then what do you want your legacy to be with JA?
You know what? I mean, I think that it really is just such a kind of near and dear organization to me, because remember, it's been 8 years, because 2008 was the first year that I was general manager of the Legend. So I hadn't met hardly anyone. I hadn't done much. And Lynn talked to me and offered me a seat on the board. So that was very special to me, that, you know, frankly, before I had done anything, really met hardly anyone, you know, that Lynn saw something and asked me to be on the board. So for starters, I mean, it'll always be near and dear to me, no matter what the next step is. But being part of this capital campaign, and then as I've seen with other investments, or even with certain things at the ballpark, when you get a chance to see everything from the hey, what if phase to the literally seeing the kids there and everything going up, and the first storefront that's going to be put up there, and the first bus that takes kids there. You know, I mean, it really is incredibly special to see that and to envision what it will be like. Because I mean, you talk about legacy, that's for all of Lexington. I mean, that's for all of the kids that are going to be going to this, because it genuinely is, it's a life lesson.
And it's going to make our community stronger.
Right.
That these young kids, I mean, to talk to kids anymore that are in the early grades that are taking math that we were taking, in high school and college. I mean, it's crazy what these kids are being exposed to so early. And the evolution of JA has gone from, you may not remember this, making things at night, making items, and then going out and selling them.
Okay.
And that's
your own little business.
It was crazy that happened, and then volunteers would come in, but that's still going to be happening.
Oh, it's still going to be going
on.
on. Yeah, because this is it's only for 5th and 8th grade for the to come to the facility. So we'll still have volunteers going to the classroom at the younger level, still maybe at the 7th grade level to teach financial literacy, and then on the high school level to get into more career development and workforce development. So.
And how many volunteers do you need every year in Fayette County?
We usually have, and this is total, but we usually have around 375 to 400 volunteers to do things.
That's a lot of people that are giving their time, unplugging from work for an hour, and to come in to help these kids.
Yeah.
To get volunteers, do you want to give your website and maybe the phone number?
Sure.
If people want to contact you to help out.
Sure. It's www.jalexington.org, and then the phone number is 219-2423.
In the last couple of minutes, what are the biggest challenges that you need help with right now?
Well, one of the things we did want to mention is we've got our bowl-a-thon coming up.
Oh, good.
The end of October.
Yep.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, and Andy usually has a couple of teams and does great on his own, but we love people.
You have your own ball.
What's the point of bowling if you're not going to win, right?
Yeah.
All right.
No, but it's a great fundraiser for us. We have companies who they'll have teams of 5.
It's fun,
It's a lot. You've done it.
Yeah,
You've done it before. And so when people go check out the website, we'd like them to also check out and see our bowl-a-thon is 28th and 29th
of October. And it's fun.
And we've got like a 3 to 5 and a 7 to 9 on Friday, and then a 3 to 5 time frame on. I'm sorry, Friday and then Saturday. Yeah.
And it's at Southland Lane.
Southland, on Southland Drive.
And let's get the website again, because that's a big deal. We want people to come out and bowl.
Sure, jalexington.org.
Okay, and you want to give the phone number for that as well?
Sure, 219-2423.
Gosh, I've memorized that phone number from many years, is dialing it automatically. Well, thank you for heading this project up. It sounds really fun. In and of itself, what JA does to go into the classrooms to prepare kids for financial literacy is a big deal. To take it to the next step and put it into practice, these kids must be excited as anything to be doing that.
I think so.
Lynn, great to see you again.
Thank you, Paul.
And
Appreciate
Andy,
it.
thank you for your 5 kids and for all you've done for JA. Thank you.
Appreciate that, Paul. Thanks.
I'm Paul Chartier. We'll be right back on Heart of Gold.